as I stand before you, really feeling humbled that perhaps it could have gone differently. It could have been said that over the past 3 or 4 weeks, we had a colleague who succumbed to COVID. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in His infinite mercy, miraculously somehow, with your prayers, support, cooperation, so to it that I survived the episode. And today, being my first day coming back to work, after about 9 days post-discharge, I feel healthy. I feel like every other person within the audience. Over the course of the 1 month or 40 days since I have fallen sick, almost everyone within this hall, in one way or the other, has supported me, cared for me, prayed for me, ensured and worked towards success. That is a favorable outcome. His Excellency the Governor himself, on several occasions, called upon me while I was on admission. And however, I had this practice of putting off my phone because almost every minute I received about 3 calls in a minute. And if I went by that, I probably wouldn't be here. From the point of view of my experiences, really several people, including the special assistant in the audience, used to call on me to ensure that I was well and with a reason my welfare was appropriately catered for. Similarly, also His Excellency the Deputy Governor. In my first few days, truly it was a very, very nasty experience. At least over the first 8 days of my admission. There are many positive signs within the Konadawaki Isolation Center. And if I may give you some of my memories and reminiscences, I recall I was telling myself the irony, the twist of fate that I was witnessing. The first instance, when my brother took me to the isolation center in his car, telling myself, this doctor must be very bold. He doesn't know that he's driving someone who could be infected. On reaching the facility, I looked at it, so I was about to faint, and I didn't want to wind the glasses up and put the air conditioning because I thought that would increase his risk of getting COVID. So I opened the door, and they denied us entry. So look, in the preceding 3 months, His Excellency, the Executive Governor, along with the former Head of State, General Yakubu Gawan, and many parliamentarians and commissioners, actually had inaugurated me as the chairman of that International Research Center in Abuja and Icon. So we stayed in front and waited before they could allow, after several calls, nearly 45 minutes. And I felt I was fainting. Should I just simply lie on the ground and wait for them to come rather than expose me? Say, okay, the headlines will read, the chairman of the Independent International Research Center succumbs to COVID in front of the facility that he chairs. The second twist was, I recalled I was fasting actually that day, and then I stopped to pray Maghrib on the road going home. And I was told His Excellency, the Executive Governor, was visiting the facility that evening. So I say, okay, let me dash that. Didn't really broke my fast, just something small, and then I dashed there, waited for the governor's contingent. Took him around, showed him many of the ventilators, I think about 7 or 8, and the ICU, and the monitors, about 62 or so beds. Never knowing, never thinking at any given moment that as we're doing that, I'll be among the first beneficiaries of those machines, the monitors, the beds, and the services. The third twist, which along with this other two, all the arrangements have been put in place. We told the governor that this facility will be for the seriously sick rather than for those who are asymptomatic. So the third twist was in constituting the teams that will be managing patients at Konadwaki. Say, okay, have to put people that I know are very sound. And in the process, along with other colleagues, we placed, I think, scenario 1, 3 teams, first 3 teams, scenario 2, 7 teams, scenario 3, depending on how the pandemic evolves, and many more teams. The first 3 teams placed some of the best and brightest people in the business, not thinking that perhaps I will be among their patients. And these people are people I know that are dependable, reliable, they are friends and colleagues we've worked with for many years. So when I fell sick in one of these groups, one of my friends came and said, "Alas, it's good, it's you." And I was thinking I couldn't have made a better choice, even if I were to fall sick before the selection, or after the selection rather. So many of these things within the center, so many things went right. And to digress, after having survived the first 7 days, initially praying lying down, subsequently praying sitting and standing, later standing, I started thinking, okay, look, you may still win the battle and lose the war. I have to survive. And of course I told God. I told God every day. I went with 3 books actually. 3 books. The Quran, Dua al-Mustajaba, which I read the daily prayers daily. And then a book I had ordered from the US I never got time to read in the past year. It's a book by a professor of history at the University of Chicago on plagues and peoples. I got to read the book 2 to 3 times while in the isolation. He described how these epidemics and pandemics evolved from history through to date. So from the point of view of welfare, many things were offered to us. Food was given to us. The courses are even more than what I eat at home. However, I must say, I lost complete appetite the first 7 to 10 days. The best I could do was half a spoon. And in the process, I lost weight. It brought things like about 4 or 5 different courses. The timings, however, we can improve on that. The timings at times don't come on time, especially later when we regained our appetite. And colleagues within the center, mercifully, were very supportive of each other. Indeed, yesterday I hosted about 8 of them to star in my house. They have this collegiality and brotherhood within there. And the state government continued to support us, call upon us, hear how we are doing, and encouraged us and ensured that everything went smoothly within reason. There are also very senior, very important personalities within the facility. They all stayed there, and occasionally the Presidential Task Force come around to quell any potential conflicts within the facility. So not to take too much of your time, I thank God, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, for allowing us to see this day, to survive from the COVID experience. There are many things that I've learned, and there are many areas that I think can be improved on. Overall, as the Presidential Task Force Coordinator said, there are many, many positive things. Of course, there are many things also that we can improve upon to refine and ensure a favorable outcome. Secondly, also to thank the government of Kano State for allowing the task force to put in place many of the necessary mechanisms for the success of the containment, such as 6 isolation facilities, escalating of testing sites. I think we shouldn't remain on 3. We should move towards having much more than 3. Obviously, we need to improve on the laboratory management, to strengthen it, to try to codify it and increase coordination. As it is, the tests are haphazard, and you may not have the turnaround time for the test is really still lagging behind. Thirdly, to also thank colleagues and friends, both within and outside the healthcare, who have rallied around to see to it that all patients with COVID are sort of catered for, and in my experience, they also catered for me. And many well-wishers. My brother told me that he had received over 500 calls from different people who he didn't know. So on that note, I say, Your Excellency, thank you very much, and may God, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, continue to guide your government and the state task force and also the presidential task force to ensure that the good people of Kano State get the best so far as containment efforts of COVID-19 is concerned. Assalamu alaikum. Thank you.